Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your buddy Double D, and today I am bringing you more of a conversational piece than anything else. I wanted to talk about the Twitch reveal for the Division update coming in April that is going to be here in a little over or under 2 weeks. I believe it's April 12th, so just pretty much right around 2 weeks around the corner. They got some awesome things coming out, but there are some concerns that I have, and I just kind of want to discuss those, let you guys know what I think about it, and what you guys can look forward to, and what you need to be watching out for. So first of all, we'll start with the small ticket items. We've got some cool things coming. You're going to be able to trade with players, meaning that if you and I are in a group party and we both get, or I get rather, a weapon that you really want, you don't have to worry about, oh man, do I kill him? Do I not kill him? You'll actually be able to trade that item as long as you were in the group when it originally dropped, and as long as it has been within the last 2 hours. So the way it'll work is you'll actually go to a safe house, and then you can drop that item for anybody who's eligible. And again, anybody that's eligible is going to be anyone who was in the party when it dropped, and then also anybody, it had to have been within 2 hours from the drop. So that's pretty cool. That's a nifty way of doing that, and you and your friends can share your Dark Zone loot drops to those who are less fortunate and have, terrible RNG, such as myself. The next really cool thing that they're doing is they're going to add daily and weekly assignments. So if you guys are, Destiny players, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably are, it's the equivalent of bounties, basically, like, go kill this many cleaners. They didn't go into detail as to the rewards because I think they're getting ready to rework Division Tech completely, and they could not delve deeply into Division Tech, but they did say that Division Tech is going to be one of the rewards, so hopefully that's a guaranteed high end. Otherwise, we're just going to end up in another frustrating moment where you finish a weekly bounty and you get some greens or blues. So we'll see how they play that one out. And then I would assume that the dailies are going to award Phoenix credits, because they said, some of them will award Phoenix credits and some of them will award high-end Division Tech, or Division Tech rather. I don't know if they said high-end. But that's something to look forward to. It'll give us something to do besides the daily hard mode and challenging modes, and kind of get people to go back out into the PvE world, which is what I think they're going for. The next thing, and we're going to start moving on to some of the bigger topics here. Number one, Falcon's Rest. So Falcon's Rest, I believe, is the name of the incursion that they're going to be adding, which is essentially, I think it's the equivalent or maybe just a notch above challenging mode. They were still doing it with 4 men in the Twitch demo, so I can't imagine that it would be that much harder, but maybe it's going to be a longer fight, maybe a longer dungeon with a weekly lockout and several bosses and, several loot drops, kind of like your standard dungeon or raid would go. The story behind it sounds pretty cool. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't finished the game. I'm going to give you guys about 5 seconds to mute me or change the video. All right, very good. So in the end of the last mission, you kill Colonel Bliss, and he's gone, and the LMB is scattered. But there's this guy named Perez, apparently, who has rallied the LMB back underground, and they're trying to regain a hold on the city. And so that's kind of the story element behind this, but you're going to be going in and cleaning everybody out. So I'm assuming, if there are multiple bosses, you'll probably be killing multiple named lieutenants for loot drops, and this is supposed to drop some really nice loot. And this is bringing me to the next really big ticket item that they announced, and this is something that I'm excited for, and also something that kind of concerns me. They're going to have gear sets in the game, which is awesome. I've been saying, forever that that's what Bungie needed to do in Destiny to kind of add some flavor and diversity to the in-game stuff, but they're going to do it here, and basically the way it's going to work is, you're going to have 4 or 5 pieces of a gear set, and if you equip all of those pieces, then you're going to get a gear set bonus. So it could be something, I'm just throwing things out there, I don't know, but it could be something like increased damage against elite, or, if it's a healer set, it could decrease the cooldowns on your healing skills or increase their potency. So it's going to add a lot of fun mix and matching things to do with your in-game gear sets. I am a little worried, however, about the stash capacity, because that means a lot of people are going to be hoarding a lot more gear, and people are already kind of pushing their stash to the max. So hopefully this will come along with an increase in your player stash inventory, but we'll see. We'll see how all that plays out. Obviously, not everybody's going to get the best gear right away. So that is the PvE aspect of it. Now, the really cool, and this is what I am the most excited about, really cool thing is for the Dark Zone that they're doing, and they're going to add, I believe they said, hourly supply drops in the Dark Zone. So basically, you're going to run into the Dark Zone, and I guess the powers that be from the outside are going to parachute in supplies for you, and awesome weapons, gear, things like that. And it's going to be a free-for-all. Whoever gets there first and clears all of the elites that are guarding it, because, obviously these guys are going to want this stuff too. Once you clear all the NPCs, the first team to actually reach it, I guess that would mean opening the box, will be the team that gets it. So it's not like a shared thing. You don't get a participation medal. Whoever gets it, gets it. And it is not contaminated items, so you're not going to have to worry about dropping the items or getting the items and then having to extract it. This is technically not contaminated gear because it is being dropped from outside of the Dark Zone. So that's going to be really cool. My main concern with this is that it's going to further increase the gear gap that is currently kind of plaguing the Dark Zone. I mean, you've got all these guys who are running around with really good gear, and they're kind of, they have a tendency to harass and grieve the lower players who might not have the best gear yet. They're trying to get there, and there's kind of this wall of assholery in between them and their goal. So obviously, if you come up on a group that is just completely out gearing you, they're going to be able to clear the elites and kill you and still get the loot. So hopefully it doesn't become that big of a problem. I can't imagine that the gear is going to be just phenomenal, outstanding gear if it's being dropped every hour. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of high ends drop. A little thing to note that was really cool, if you did not catch the live stream, and this just slipped out there for just a second, but they were talking about the item trading, going back to that, and the guy was like, yeah, so I got this, and then he stopped short, and he was like, really cool high-end weapon, and then Hamish basically called him out and was like, okay, you stopped yourself there. Was it a named item? And he was like, yes, it was a named item. And he was like, and did you not tell us because it hasn't been released yet? And the guy basically confirmed that he had found a high-end item in the testing, a high-end named item that had not been released. So I don't know if they're going to sneak in new named high-end items in this patch, but they're very obviously coming, and there are very obviously some things that we have not seen yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. Overall, it sounds like the developers are really listening to their community, and I am thoroughly pleased to see that. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. Obviously, when you're listening to the community, there are a lot of things that you have to sift through. What are legitimate concerns and what are people just kind of griping about their, lack of good RNG and lack of items and things like that. But for the most part, it does look like the developers are listening. So this patch, just to recap, we're going to get supply drops every hour into the Dark Zone, which is going to be some awesome loot. There are going to be daily and weekly assignments, which sounds like they will reward you with Phoenix credits and Division Tech. Now, whether it's high-end Division Tech or it has a chance to be high-end Division Tech is yet to be seen. There will be... Let's see, what else? The Incursion, which is essentially the raid, and there will be gear sets dropping now. So I'm really looking forward to that, see what we can put together. There are going to be a lot of fun builds going out there, and hopefully we'll see the rise of maybe some hybrid builds like, a combat medic and things like that. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. I hope you are too. If you found any of this information helpful, do me a favor, thumbs up the video. It helps me get my content out there. If you have not subscribed already, feel free to subscribe for more daily Division content. And let me know what you guys think about this free update coming in 2 weeks. Are you guys ready for it, or are you still hunting that gear? Anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, take it easy, guys. Double D out.